going to do a quick review over what has changed in the compensation plan and a couple things that are kind of confusing. So, first of all, everybody's pretty familiar with the qualifying volume and what it is and what it was. It has not changed. What has changed is they added a commissionable volume, and it relates to team commissions only, nothing else. And basically, the commissionable volume on the Sermon Jail was reduced by 10%. Qualifying will remain the same, so it doesn't change any ranking or anything like that. So there's the change, 10%. That doesn't mean a pay cut of 10%. When you take the QV at 100 and change it to 90, that's 10%. But when you break it down, on the pay rate, 10% of 100 was $10, which would have got paid. The new CV is 10% of that is $9, so it's $1 less. It's not this huge thing that everybody thinks they're getting a pay cut of 50%. It's basically $1 until you turn coach or higher, and then it's $1.50. And the same thing on the 140, the auto ship, 10%. You get paid $12.50 instead of $14. And this is only team commissions. Nothing else has changed. And the team commissions, you know what it is? When you 400 on your lower leg and 600 on your higher leg, you get paid 10%. When you go coach, it's 15%. So if you're not getting a cut, 50% cut, when they talk about 50% cut, they mean they can only pay us out 50% of what the company is bringing in. The only other change is what we fought for. When we heard that we were going to get a pay cut, the Diamond Ambassadors all volunteered to give up their car bonuses and to take the biggest cut. They gave us our car bonuses, but they cut our pay. Instead of maxing out at $25,000 in team commissions per week, we max out at $20,000 and $20,040 per week. So the people at the top of the company took the biggest hit. If you have that problem, you can lose $5,000 a week, right? Bad problem. This is a thing that I had the most problem with in the beginning. I was a total blonde. I could not get the 5-week rolling period. Cynthia, you're not even blonde. You couldn't get it.
Same with me.
I don't know where it starts and ends.
Okay,
That's what I
here.
don't know.
This is where it goes. So let's say we're back in November, because this is when I did the slideshow. Here's your 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Next week, that week drops off, and you gain the last week. So each time that week will drop off, you gain the next week. That's a 5-week rolling period. Does that make more sense?
So it's not just 5 weeks and then you start from zero.
No, you never start from zero. You drop off the last week.
Just the last week.
Yeah, so here, we dropped off that week. That's why you never go back to zero on your volume. You retain the volume for the other 4 weeks, and then you start on this week.
So you only
So-
use the top week of all.
So
Right.
is that per
I
month?
got it.
Does it start at the beginning of the month?
No,
Or it's rolling, like
it's
from when you
rolling
start?
continuously.
It starts when you start.
It starts when you start.
And the next week, this one will drop off, and you gain this one. The next one, that'll drop off, and you gain 2 more down here. So it just changes every week.
Depending what week you start. If you start in the middle of the month, right, then it's 5 weeks from when you started.
Right.
Okay.
Does that make more sense?
It does make sense. I still don't exactly know where I am. I only look at the volume and I know it's gone.
But only the first week dropped off.
Yes.
So this one right here, this week would have, the one above it would have dropped off, and you have 5 new weeks. Then it moved, then this one drops off, and it goes to this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. I've shown that.
So if you had 2,000 volume at that top week, and you know work that last week,
Mhm.
you're going to be 2,000 volume less, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Deborah, when is that week calculated? Is that 1201?
Friday, at 12
Pacific.
Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern time, right.
Oh.
Sure.
9 here. 9 here.
12:01 Saturday
Eastern
morning,
time.
something.
Yeah, so
Starts
that's
the week.
confusing. If you're working for a rink and you need one more bottle of Joe, you gotta get it in there before 9 p.m.
Before 9 p.m.
Here,
Friday.
yeah.
Every Tuesday? Every Tuesday is supposed to be.
Placement. This is something that everybody in the beginning has trouble with. You have 2 days, basically 48 hours to place from the holding tank into one of your legs. And you all know, because you guys are in the company, we're binary, you have 2 legs. You never ever want to place somebody on the inside leg. You are building your outside legs. So every person just keeps going down on your outside legs. This person is responsible for her inside leg. I'm helping her on this side. She still has to put at least 3 on this side to get to the highest rank, and then she can build this side. Of course, it depends on who you're working with and who's helping you build, and if they're builders or not. Does that make sense? Coaching bonus is kind of confusing, so I did this. So once you turn coach, every time somebody in your team does one of these packages, you get a percentage, you get a 20%. Life coach gets 30%, but if there's not a coach between the new associate and the life coach would actually get 20 plus 30, they'd get 50%. If somebody's in there, okay, so I'm Diamond Ambassador, I get 100% if there's nobody in between. But if somebody's in between, like here, they would have 80, 60, it's 20, they would get 80, and I'd get 20. That's crazy. So here's a sample. So here, perfect example. There is an ambassador underneath me. So I should get paid 100%, but they already paid out 80%. So I got 20%, which was $4. Here's one at the bottom. It must have been a personal sign-up of mine. So I was eligible for 100%. Nothing's paid out, so I got the 100%. So instead of $20 commission on that person I brought in, I got 40. Matching bonuses. I think you guys pretty much understand this. Your level 1s, it's your personal recruits. You make 10%. Your level 2s, once you come coach, you make 15%, and then 10%, and it goes on and on, but they have to be your personal recruits. And that is paid on team commissions only, not their overall commissions. That was confusing to me because I thought, well, I get paid a lot more money for this person who's working real hard. It's the team commissions they earn, not every commission they earn. So here it is. So level 1, there's an ambassador, level 1. Her team commissions was $1,020, so I made $153. Level 2, her team commission was $240, so I made 10% on that, which was $24. That's it for that one. I'll set up the back office one really quick.
You can go to volumes and see volumes of your legs.
These are just a few of the tips and tricks that I've learned that have helped me dramatically. When you go to resources and you download something, so you download this and save it to your computer. Well, you can also copy the link up in the URL, copy and paste that into a text or email. So you don't have to save this file or send it to somebody. You can send them that URL and saves you a lot of time. A lot of people can't get a big file. and they will, it'll go directly to this page once you send it to them.
And they don't need a password or
Nope.
credentials or
Nope,
anything?
nothing.
Cool.
It won't be logged in or anything, they'll go right to the page. So see how I just copied and pasted it into an email? You could do it in the text.
That's great.
Enroll new distributors. You can actually enroll from your back office. Not everybody uses this, but you can do it pretty easy.
That was for reps only, sorry.
Yes.
Not customers.
And then it takes you to this page and you can actually order. This is my customer report. And why I did this is because I wanted to show you something. See how it's sorted alphabetically? Anytime you click on any of these titles, it will sort to that title. And it's on every report in the back office, it's the same way. So here, I clicked on enrollment date. It sorted it by enrollment date. So now, if you have a customer and you find them either by name or enrollment date, whatever, however you want to search for them, click on new order. You will go to this page. That girl obviously did not sign up for an auto ship, so there's an auto ship still left there and a one-time purchase. But here's the big secret. You go up here to account. It's going to take you to her account. You can make changes anywhere here. You edit or view profile, and it's going to let you edit the shipping information, the schedule information, the payment type, or cancel the profile. That saves you a huge amount of time and mad customers.
Would you
Because
back that up?
they don't remember how to sign in. They don't remember their password. You can do it for them, but they have to be your customer.
Would you back that up one more page? One more. So you got it at the top.
Okay,
My
so
account.
you go to your customer report, new order,
Mm-hmm.
my account,
Okay,
or you can place an order for them right there.
right there.
You can place an order. Or a new account is going to give you
Their information.
their information, edit view
Great.
profile,
Wow.
That's
and then you
great.
can edit anything or cancel.
So as long as their credit card information is also, like you've gotten.
Well, you
past
can
all
actually
that.
edit the
So
credit.
if you don't, so you can just reorder and all that stuff for them, as long as that same credit card information doesn't need to change.
Yeah, and if it needs to
And you
change it,
do.
if you need to change it, you can.
Yes, and
It's awesome. You can edit it.
That's great.
You said three things, didn't you? You said you go to customer report.
Yeah, here. You go to your customer report, find the customer,
Rather than having.
and this is, you don't find it because it says new order.
Yeah.
You have to do new order. Once you hit new order, then it takes you to this. You still don't see that you can make those changes until you go to my account.
That's great.
And then edit your profile, and then you
And I'm assuming from this as well, that you're able to, like if they don't want to stay on auto ship.
Yep. They can cancel profile.
No matter what.
Yep, you can completely cancel profile or edit schedule. Okay, this is just, I was showing again how you can sort everything. Right, this is how it came up automatically, but if I sort it by ID number, then here I'm at the top, the IDs go down, you can sort it by rank, address, city. I use this report more than anything. So then I sorted it now by ID number twice. So I didn't want me at the top, I wanted my newest enrollment at the top. And then if you scroll over to the side, you can see who signed them up, when they signed up, the sponsor's ID number, email, phone, all their information is right there. I use this 10 times a day because every time somebody signs up on my team, I send them a welcome letter. This is another little thing. Everybody's always asking what these little symbols mean. There's a legend there. You throw your cursor over the legend, and it gives you the little pictures and tells you exactly what they are. Look at, there's Cynthia Peoples. Look at that nice team. So, okay, that was sponsor. You change it to binary, and it takes your 2 legs. Here's another quick tip. Instead of scrolling down 100 times over here or over here, you hit this arrow, set to bottom right or bottom left, right? Magic. It's going to take you to the bottom right, or if you hit the left, bottom left. And then if there was somebody in the holding tank, you could place them directly from that. Those are big time savers.
Huge. I had a downline teach me that one. I'm like, really?
This is a downline auto ship report. I do check it all the time. As a Diamond Ambassador, I have to have 10 active people all the time. So depending on your rank, you have to have different people active for that. So you can sort it by enroller. And so there's several on this page, and then there were several on the page before. So I always make sure that I have enough active. And then, but you can't always rely on this. If you fall down a rank or think something's wrong, you need to go to your volumes report and see if they've actually ordered in the last 5 weeks. So don't always rely on this. Just because they're active doesn't mean the credit card went through or something like that.
How you can figure out?
You don't. If you drop ranks and you see that you don't have somebody active, then you have to go to your volume report and find out if they've ordered anything. Our new back office will have a system where it'll actually show you, you need this for this rank, you need this for this rank, this is where you are, you have 2 people active on this side, 5 people active on this side. The new
That's
back
great.
office will do all of that.
Sweet.
Okay, so that's what I was talking. So you would need to click on volumes, and that would break it open for you and show you. Okay, that was 5-week rolling here. I would click on this one to see if they had ordered this week. And if they were not in there, then I'd click on that because it's harder to sort because there's too many things in there. So again, here's the volume. You click on the name or order date, and you can see who's ordered what, if they have auto ship. So you can sort it by name, see if your person has had an auto ship.
Okay.
Another one, people ask all the time, they can't remember what they put in for their site, for their URL. If you go to your profile, your URL, your replicated site information is right there. Because a lot of people say, I didn't put anything in there, I don't remember. Well, it's there, so you can find it. That's it.
Great. Very good. Very good. I learned several things.
I know.
Yes.
Now, new back office is coming to have to learn it all over,
I know who to go to.
right?